Hello. Hello, Solar Loon here. How's everything going? This is another pixel art stream, and yeah, it's good to see you. Good to be here. Let's get some music going, real quick. Let me go like this. Overwing by Coda. No, actually, let's go with Cal Canuncule by Fark. Hopefully, this won't be too much of a drain on my internet. But so far, so yeah, I've been fixing things, getting my computer kind of up and running. I had some computer issues, had some internet issues prior to a couple of days ago. Got those fixed and started off with the stream. It seemed to go well, so that's good. And so here we are again. The Artistic Squirrel says, I finally caught one live. I'm so hyped. Yes, very nice. Good to have people here. So today's pixel art mission is going to be for Pixel Dailies. For whatever reason, just wanted to get up and turn on the fan. For whatever reason, I never considered doing pixel art for the Pixel Dailies Twitter account on my streams. It seems like those would be the perfect things to pixel because I'm, for more or less, because I'm always looking for something to pixel. I'm always saying, oh, wish I draw on my stream. So what I'll be doing is what I believe the current challenge is for today, October 30th. Yeah, October 30th. The current challenge, I believe, is tint. So that's what we'll be doing. Cool. So let's do that. I'm thinking like a sunset, with maybe like a tint on a hill or something. So something like this. The canvas I have here is 128 by 128, and that should be good. Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna kind of move my microphone a little more in front of my face. That should be a little better. Let me see. Yeah, hopefully that works pretty well. As usual, if something's kind of hard to hear or something like that, let me know. But yeah. So yeah, I'm thinking like something like this, big old sunset. I probably could do this a little better. Let me see. Yeah, I could do this a little better with the curve tool, I think. Actually, let's see. Yeah, maybe something like this. Let's see. CRKO says, I don't know if this is me or the volume on your mic is a little too loud. I don't know. Yeah, let's bump it down a little bit. That might be a little better, hopefully. Yeah, sorry about that. I recently kind of switched distributions to another distribution, so it's a little different. So I think my microphone seems to be a lot louder than it used to be, which isn't what I need right now. It was fine the way it was, so I'm not sure. It's just something I need to kind of tweak and see what I need to, how I can fix it. Dark Cloud 2 Before Everything Happened, OC Remix by Flex Style. I should get like some sort of a... Oh, it's echoing. That's unusual. I don't hear any echo on my side. Desktop, mic, stereo. Okay, that's strange. I don't hear any echoing. Alright, if it's echoing, I'm gonna have to check it out. Let me see. Alright, I'm gonna do something real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, let's that might be slightly better. I'll see. That might be better. Let me know if it's too loud. Well, actually, let me see how this turns out. Hold on. Let me see how this looks on stream. Okay, I think that's improved. It seems like I'm a little quiet, but better, I guess, quiet and clear than overblown like it was a couple of seconds ago. All right, everyone's saying that it's better now. That's good. Okay. Yeah. So basically, I used to stream this using hardware support, but I have to build it again. Like the distribution I was using of Linux had hardware support for NVENC built, like pre-built, so it had support for that automatically. But I don't have that anymore, so I have to build it myself. And right now, I'm just going straight off of software. So in other words, it's more the sound you're hearing in the back of the stream is my computer fan. Okay, so anyway, let's get some music going. Okay, let's see. Okay. All right, so everything should be good. All right, let's go back to what we were doing. I'm gonna keep this. I had an idea for the background, but I'm gonna keep it nice and clean for now. Let's just get kind of the base before we worry too much about anything else. This is gonna be. Let's do this actually. Let's kick this out into a new layer. This is gonna be all orange. Let's see here. Okay, that should be good. Alright, so we have a hill layer. We're going to make another layer for hills. Maybe something a little more like that. Or maybe just make this hill more of a... something more like that. Oops. Where did I? Oh, there's a break somewhere. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. That looks not bad. Let's see. Scratch this out real quick. Something more like that. Just kind of blend it a little bit. So we have a hill in the front, we got a hill in the back. We could put something on here, maybe like a tree or something. That feels about right. Up here, stars. So we have a little bit of room to work with. Maybe some clouds in the background. The sun. I think that's about where we want it to be. Okay, good. Illusion says, I missed your streams. Okay, thank you. It's nice to do them again. Haven't done them in quite a while, a couple of weeks. A few weeks. Had some computer problems. It was unfortunate. I was in the middle. Oh, well, this is, since you might be interested, I've been working on Gearend, working with tying in Steam achievements. So I've been designing different icons for them. Unlocked, and then I have different icons according to the item it is kind of based around, or the thing you have to do. So yeah, it's something else. Fortunately, the actual API for triggering Steam achievements is pretty straightforward. I thought it was like really complex, but it turned out to be not nearly as difficult as I thought it was going to be. So hopefully it won't take too long to get those done and get the game up on Steam with achievements. Okay, so the thing I'm doing here, where am I looking for this? I guess art, yeah, streaming art. Okay, this is gonna be tint. Okay, all right. So the thing we're gonna do now, let me see what we got music-wise. Let's see, Final Fantasy VI, Roughneck Terra OC remix by Hulk. I always play like the same few songs because those are the ones I like. Apologies if you watch my streams regularly and are like, man, when's he gonna play something else? All right, so I think this is gonna be interesting. It's kind of an interesting idea. Sunset means it's gonna be really dark in places, and it's gonna be really light in others. Let me get. I mean, like the sun's gonna be strong, but where the sun's not touching, it's gonna be really dark, of course. So I have to kind of pay attention to how I'm going to design this. All right, so let's see. I'm thinking maybe some. Well, let's establish a scale. Let's get the tint drawn, because the tint will kind of determine the overall size of the game, I was gonna say game world, the overall size of the of what we're drawing here. So I'm thinking something like this. Okay, good. Alright, so very basic, very straightforward tint. Technically we're done. Like that's basically that's kind of all you really need to like that's you asked for tint, I gave you a tint, that's it. But we wanted to do a little bit more. We can do a little bit better. So what we're gonna do, what I think would be a good idea to do, let's define the objects that are going to be in the scene. So before we actually do that, let's finish up the tint. I just kind of forgot about the whole how tints work thing. They have to have guideposts, right? And the guideposts, I guess, would be a little further out, and they're held by rope, as I recall. Let's use a lighter color so I can at least see it at all times. Let's use this dark color here. The ropes need to be taut in order for the tint to be upright. So let's try something like this. Okay, so this is just, yeah, I'm just kind of defining the overall shape and position of things, which is wise, I think. Okay, let's not get too hung up on details. Let's define what we're working with first. Okay, so now, and the tint is this color of really bright blue. I don't really know if I'm going to keep it that color or not. What is that sound? Okay, there's something outside. Let me close my window. What in the world? I thought it was like someone watching TV in another room. I'm like, what is that sound? Okay, alright, so we're good. Okay, so one thing I want to try is experimenting a little bit with the colors. I think that I like this approach where it's just like green grass, orange sky. Yeah, okay, that's not bad, but like I have these dark blues, I have these kind of dark greens, I have, you know, kind of an opportunity to use these colors. But let's not worry about colors, let's worry about form first. So I want some trees up here, I think. Something like that. This is Blue by DJ Cutman, or the DJ Cutman mix, Blue by James Landino. Okay, so at this point, force is getting a little thicker. Alright, the idea I have isn't bad. It's just not really strong. I kind of like these like really sharp angles. I'm not sure if I want to bite that style because I know other people, especially on Twitter, I've seen other people with that style, and I don't think I want to bite it, but at the same time, it's very appealing looking. But I think I'm gonna stick to kind of the style I already know I have. Zedemek says, aren't you using Solus anymore? No, unfortunately, I moved to another distro. Not because Solus is bad, it's just I had kind of a bad experience. Not for Solus, it's not Solus's fault really, it was just kind of like a weird kind of situation. Did an upgrade, and I think I somehow managed to install drivers that were not for my kernel, and that basically, I couldn't boot into my computer anymore. Tried different things, could not boot into a I was gonna say LTS, long-term support kernel. Couldn't install the correct drivers for it. It was just a pain, so I went ahead and reinstalled, and decided, well, as much as I do like Solus and I do like rolling release distributions, I guess I just want something stable. So I don't know. I'll probably go back to Solus in a matter of over a matter of time. It's just I need something stable if I'm going to be working on this, working on my computer every day. It needs to be stable. I can't have, things just crashing and dying and burning. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to do something like this. Something like that. This isn't bad at all. This is impossibly big. We're gonna shave this off a little bit. We don't need to actually see the sun and stuff for now. We're not working on the colors. We're working on form. So these little sticks represent the trunks of the trees. Let's see. The grass is gonna come up here in front of the tint. So I think what I'm probably gonna do is try to reduce the number of colors I'm using to very low amounts, to kind of, because as you get closer to dusk, as it gets darker, the amount of colors you see dims, right? So when you're standing out in complete darkness, outside your house or something, and you're not near any lights, it's really hard to see and it's almost desaturated. That's that kind of concept, and this is read by James Landino, by the way, Chiptunes Equals Win Volume 3. That kind of concept is what I'm going to try to mimic with this, where basically because it's dark, because it's getting dark, you're going to not really have that many colors, so visible. So you're gonna have, maybe the sun, the sky's gonna go from, orange to maybe purplish, and then the colors are gonna go from purple, maybe orange in the highlights to purple to dark blue, and so everything's kind of gonna have the same color. That's the idea I'm gonna try to work under. Okay, so let's keep kind of defining the shape of this. I didn't say this, but let's see. ZRKO says, going to spend the last 30 minutes I have here before I have to go to sleep for school. Thank you very much. I know that you and lots of people have to deal with going to school, and it's a huge pain. Sometimes you have classes you really like, or whatever the case is, but sometimes you don't, and it's a huge pain to have to deal with that. Going to work, a huge pain to have to deal with that if you don't like your job. Fortunately, I never really had a job that I ever really didn't like, that I had to do for a long period of time. But some people go into work every day doing something that they hate. So if you're like that and you're spending your free time watching me, thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, this is shaping up. like that. Kind of like that little, like what are we looking, kind of looking through the bushes kind of feel. Okay. It's a little. Okay, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's define more stuff before we get to the coloring phase. Let's see. There would probably be another hill, right? You wouldn't just be able to see infinitely. So it's gonna be kind of like a canyon kind of thing. Maybe something like this. Yeah, we're gonna keep this here. We could kind of paint these just hill, but I think I want to retain those colors because that implies a 3D shape that I can shade later. But I kind of feel like it's a little plain. I kind of want something more dynamic with this background. It doesn't really. I don't know if I can keep pushing it up though. I have to figure out what to do with that. This is Just Miss You by Joshua Morse. Chiptunes equals Win, Volume 2. Okay, so this is not bad, not bad. I'm thinking, yeah, let's make this kind of like a little ravine because that's the way it's shaped anyway. Let's make this a little ravine with a water stream coming through it. Okay, that looks 3D enough. It's not bad. Lazy Noah says Joshua Morse is the best. Yeah, dude, he's so jazzy. Everybody likes jazz. Chip jazz. Let's kind of crush this down a little bit because it's just too dang high. It's too tall. There couldn't be really. Well, I guess you could have trees that were really tall in a forest, but it seems like it's just way too tall. Well. That kind of adds a little bit, though. Let's see. I like that. I like the kind of... But is that too bubbly? It kind of feels a little bubbly. No, I guess it's okay. Alright. Okay, so this is not bad so far. Oh, in case you're looking for something else to do, I also just wrote a blog post on my homepage. On my blog page, let me... get the link. I'll put it in chat as well as in the description here. The site. Whoops. Of sequels and game development. I think that a lot of people tend to there's definitely something to be said about, you know, jumping around and finding a genre you're good at, or just making different things, you know, and kind of branching out. But I think a lot of developers have a fear of like kind of becoming like a AAA development studio, in that they're just making rehashes. But at the same time, that's the way, not rehashes, but sequels is the way that you make things that stick around, I think. Like, and the blog post basically says this directly in the terms of the concept. Hold on, this is Walk Around the Puzzle Block by Dread, with a J. Dread is excellent, by the way. But yeah, I think a lot of people kind of are afraid of doing. Illusion just said Gearin 2 confirmed. But yeah, that's good. That's a good example. I plan to do other things with Gearin. That's apart from just the first game that I made, Gearin, the first Gearin in the series. I plan to make more Gearins, you know. And I don't have the story, but I have a general idea of what the plot is going to be about for the other games in the series, for the other Gearin entries. And I think that people kind of get afraid of like becoming stagnant and just making yearly, you know, titles like, oh, here's, you know, whatever, you know, the game is, you know, 2017 and 2018 and 2019. But at the same time, the reason why people are look forward to games like Mega Man, you know, even, you know, 20 years after the first one came out, is because there's been so many entries, and Capcom has shown themselves to make really good Mega Man games, and to continue making really good Mega Man games. So when, you know, it's Mega Man 11, people are ready. People want Mega Man 11, regardless of whether Capcom actually makes it or not. You know, people will, on day one, buy Mega Man 11 for $15 because they know that it will be good, because Capcom has made it before. So it's like, you know, I think a lot of indie developers kind of get that fear of like, oh, I made something cool, maybe it even sold well, I'm going to try something completely different, I'm going to go and not stay static. And it's like, okay, you can do what you want, obviously, you can make other games, sure, but if you want to be popular, I think, you know, making more entries in a series, it is an unknown, and I guess you could say unquantifiable marketing thing. Like, if I make Gearin 3, if I make 3 Gearins, you know, and I'm making Gearin 3 and I put it out there on Steam, and someone likes Gearin 3, they're going to look for Gearin 2 and 1. They're just going to, if they like Gearin 3. They're not going to say, hey, I'm looking for other games like Gearin 3, and not think about Gearin 1 and 2, basically. So like, that's already, you know, free marketing in a sense, in that I don't really have to tell anybody anything. I don't have to launch a campaign on Steam or anything, or on Facebook, or no. You're probably good, you probably were good at making Gearin 2 and 1. Like, you know, if you're good at making the 3rd or 4th or 10th entry in your series, you're probably good at making the first ones, even if they were a little rough. So like, it's just, I think there's something to be said for indie developers going back and improving on their core ideas. And that's also you know, there's also something to be said in addition about, okay, wait, where am I here? Okay, let's do something with the sky. There's also something to be said about, oh man, we could, I have like a really crazy perspective here. Let's do something like that. This is not the right layer. I need to get this layer. But yeah, there's also something to be said about making sequels, because it also affords you the opportunity to look at reviews. It affords you the opportunity to look at forum posts, to look at your previous game design, and learn from it. And I think a lot of people kind of feel like, oh, well, you know, you could just do DLC or something. And it's like, well, can you? Like, if I designed the game around the player having, you know, a specific item or a specific ability because people were having trouble with jumps, no, you know, the game's kind of stuck the way it is, unless the game's not really about jumping. If it's just like, oh yeah, you know, it's just a movement option, it's not meant to actually fundamentally change your gameplay, okay. But I think a lot of people feel like they undersell the utility of a sequel. So that's what that blog post was about. I just wanted to put it out there in case people are interested, have something, nothing else they wanted to do with their day, basically. You can just check it out and tell me what you think. Leave a comment on the YouTube video or on the comment for the blog post, whatever the case is, and we can talk about sequels. I gotta sort this. Is this not sorting correctly? Brightness. I need like a darker. I don't know if I want that dark of a. Oh wait. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing wrong. I can't have perspective like that with the sun where it is. Let me get some different. Stream just suddenly dipped. Is dipping. Something's dipping in and out really heavily. Alright, well, it's not saying I have poor stream quality, so I guess it's okay. Alright, so anyway, it's something to think about. So yeah, let's see. I might want to, if I really want the perspective, I guess I could do it with clouds. How do I want to do this? I want stars, but I also want clouds, and I also want the sun. That's a lot to put in the scene, and I've already been going for how long? About 40 minutes? 30 minutes? Alright, well, I don't want... Alright, what I'll do, I guess... I feel like this tint is a little large. I think it would be kind of nicer if the tint was smaller to kind of make you feel like you're looking at it from kind of a further distance away. Oh, what? When did I duplicate that, when did I duplicate this thing? Okay. I duplicated that layer somehow at some point. ZMX says that song somehow reminds me of Chrono Trigger. Man, the feels. Yeah, it's the song from 600 AD. Yeah, Chrono Trigger is a classic. Alright, so how does that look in comparison? Yeah, this feels a little better, I think. I kind of feel like I want it to be longer, but not, like I want it to be longer, but not. All right, that's pretty, that's not bad. It's getting there. Perspective is a little wonky, but I think it's a little stronger perspective than I usually would do, which is like kind of an isometric thing. I want it to be more realistic in a sense. I want the shapes to kind of bend outward more toward the viewpoint of the viewer. this is a little better, I think. Okay, so this guy, we gotta do something about this guy. What exactly we're gonna do, I don't know. I want clouds, but they have to be, the perspective has to be really strong. So let me actually try something. Let's try drawing a perspective grid. We'll turn on horizontal because that should help. So we probably want it right about there. Okay, I got that. Okay, so this should be somewhat helpful. Not the vertical ones. Let's see. So this represents our ceiling and our vanishing point. So with this in mind, the clouds should be relatively easy to draw. Oh, we don't want this. So this is high. This cloud set is higher up. Oh, whoops. Oh, okay, that's here. There we go. Better. Cowabunga dude says pixel draw with a mouse. Crazy. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little it's not too bad. You get used to it. I would like a tablet. I had a tablet, but it kind of stopped working. Oh man, I didn't mean to. Oh wait. Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't mean to draw this grid. I meant to draw over the grid. All right, well I can just cut it out like that. What'd I do? What is this? Oh shoot, I don't know what I did. I just pressed the key combination that... Oh, brush. Okay. Alright, there we go. Okay. I didn't actually do it, would I? Oh, I did draw with it. I'm an idiot. Okay. Yeah, this stage... That should be pretty good. Sun setting low. Clouds coming in. Alright. Not bad. Them a little more turbulent, a little less obvious blobbiness. Okay. Let's move the tin a little higher on the hill. That's a little better, I think. Let's shade... Well, we haven't done coloring yet. We haven't done that yet. So this is not bad. This is not bad at all. Let's see. Let's figure out if we want to add anything else before we do any coloring or shading or anything. I'm not sure if I do or if I'm fine with the way everything looks right now. Once I decide, I feel like that would be helpful. The seal can't be this large when it's this far back. I don't think that would be kind of a weird hill. See if we can... Okay. That might be all we're gonna do before we color. Yeah, that's not bad. I don't think. Do we want to draw anything in the background? Oh, I wanted stars, that's right. Let's do something with the rest of the sky since we have the room. Can I do something like... I want to select inverse, I guess, of this. Yeah. So select this. Whoops. Just delete that. Grow, select. can't right click? No, okay. Select, here we go. Border, expand, contract. Let's expand it by 32 pixels. No, let's expand it by 28 pixels. No. 16. Alright. Let's select... Oh, that's it. Okay. We want that red. No. We want to select inverse. Control Shift I. And then paint that red. There we go. Okay. We could dither this a little bit. I guess I can make a brush out of this, can't I? That probably would help me out a little bit. Let's see. I've never done this before. Seems like a good idea. Let's see. Wait a second. Was that a dither tool? Gradient tool. Okay. Blur jumble. Oh, no, that's not what I want. Do we want to jumble it like that? No, that's too messy, I think. Well, I mean, I think that's actually probably better than this. I think the jumble has a certain quality. Because the dither is just not quite what I want. I think what I need to do actually is probably pay attention to the perspective, because this is just kind of like glow. It's very flat, and I probably want something a little more realistic. I don't know. Maybe something more like this. Yeah. And then maybe make this a darker purple. I can't quite hit that idea I have. It's just a little too. If it's like this, the sun basically, I mean, you wouldn't even see it. The sun's probably too big. That's probably what it is. The sun probably needs to be smaller, somewhere around here, this size, and then I can make the horizon lighter, because that's really what we're looking at. Yeah, that's probably actually what I want. So just make the sun like a tiny little thing. I mean, I like the idea of the big sun, but I can't. If I have the sun, then I can't have the stars, and I feel like you kind of need both. If the sun's too big, then I can't have the stars. So maybe something more like this. And then I can have this area be red. Whoops. Something like that. It would adhere, I guess, to the horizon, though. Something maybe more like this. That jumble can help me out here. options I got for the sun color. Maybe I can replace this with this. Replace this with this. Replace this with this. It's kind of a toss-up. Ow, toss-up between this and just the big old sun. I don't know. I think it's the clouds. The clouds are basically occluding what you would see of the sky, so I have to kind of cram in the stars. Well, let's try it. Let's try it a little bit more and see what we get. Maybe instead of this purple, we could have it kind of fade out a little bit here. That's pretty beautiful. Yeah. Bruno Lucas says try an orange cloud. Yeah, I'm not totally done with the colors yet. I'm mainly trying to get the overall feel of everything. The sky looks pretty much what I would like it to look like. Actually, yeah, it would die off because the sun, basically, as we're dealing with the curvature of the Earth kind of thing, where the sun's kind of setting in this direction, like that. So the horizon is kind of like sticking around on this corner. So it would get darker more like this. Something like that. Which means this can die out a little bit faster. There we go. Something like that. Okay, so this is actually pretty close, I think, to being done. I just need to do the colors at this stage. I think I got pretty much everything else where I want it to be, more or less. Let's get a couple of strands of grass in front of this to kind of give the feeling of it not just being like a completely static thing here. See if we can give a couple little strands here and there. This was supposed to be part of the hill, but it turned into just a rock. A couple of rocks that it goes around. I like the rocks, I think, just to give a visual color difference. So we'll keep them the way they are. Haven't really been doing much with the trees. Let's see, I guess we should try lighting them. So Since it's dark, you're not really going to be able to see much though. I don't really like that tree effect I did. It makes it look rough. And not like with leaves, it just makes it look kind of trash. This is kind of... I'll leave this one. I'll leave it like that. Okay. So this is more or less what we're looking at here. What I'm going to do at this stage is start coloring a little bit more, I think. This ditch could be a little darker in the center, actually. A little more like that. I mean, at a certain point I have to stop because it's like I'm drawing a ton just to draw like a tint. Okay, so let's see. Oh wait, no. This goes on the cloud layer. Okay. That cloud's a little rough. Actually, I liked it the way it was there. Okay. So I think we're good to go, more or less. At this stage, what we're gonna do yeah, okay, we're good. What I'm gonna do at this stage is start coloring. So because of where the sun is and the color of the sun, the brightest color is gonna be orange. So, and everything else is going to be tinted that color. So let's change these guard posts. I guess we can make them the same dark color, just to make it easier on ourselves. And also because this blue would probably turn to pink when in the face of such an orange light. We'll do it like this. And then in the darkness is going to be a really dark purple. Not that dark. Oh yeah, that's right. Before I actually get started though, let's make a duplicate of this sprite so we can actually have a backup in case something goes horribly wrong. Because coloring, I don't usually color like this, so we'll see if it actually turns out like anything. Let's go for a darker green here, because we're gonna put this in the shadow. Now the sun is there, yeah, so it would basically kind of go in this direction. Something like that. Okay. Now, this dark green wouldn't really be here. It'd be more of a dark purple, I think. Yeah, kind of a dark bluish kind of thing going on. So what we're gonna do is, let's see. We gotta start choosing some good colors here. Needs to be kind of like a dark bluish. What color did I have? Okay, I had this yellowish green. Alright, that looks not bad. This blue could be a little darker, it's a little bright. Yeah. Let's get another track. I feel like this is probably gonna be the last track for this piece. Cave Story, the Unbroken OC remix by Nutritious. Okay, so we have this kind of dark purple. That's our go-to. Actually, I kind of like this dark brown, but we kind of have to use it right. If we light it correctly, I think it'll work. I like the purple, but I like the brown. Let's go with the brown for now and try to work the purple in. Danza Press says the bright pinkish red near the sun looks like a bit like fire. Maybe add a bit more gradation if you weren't planning to do it already, of course. Actually, yeah, it kind of does. I like the way it looks, but I think it's a little bright, like you said. Let's try maybe. Is there a darker? Yeah, maybe just a darker red, or maybe more of an orange. Nope. Nope. It's got to be like this or this. That's kind of the only colors we got. I could add more gradation. Yeah, maybe I'll just do like this.
touch the sources all life prays. Hope keeps on fading. As dawn draws near, igniting me by a concern.
That looks pretty cool. This up a little bit. Oh, it's R. That's very easy. Cool. Let's see. Land's a little rough. Let's see. Yeah, maybe just leave it like that. And then as we get further, this shouldn't be so dark down here. It should be kind of more like this, I think. We have a kind of an orange. Maybe that this can kind of like bleed into a little bit. Maybe a little bit. Just a little bit, just a tad. I'll save that for last. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. Okay, so let's continue with the basic lighting approach. We're going to go with the dark purple for the dark areas. We need something not so ugly. Not so ugly. Not sure if we have anything that quite fits the bill in the palette that I have here. Yeah, I don't think I do have anything that quite works. We might have to just go with something a little ugly for now. Might work out, let's see. See if I can properly do this. So there's a couple of things working here. First thing is basically the further it gets from the sun, the darker it gets, but also the closer it gets to the sun, the more red it gets. So we have to kind of try to approximate that phenomenon as best as we can. That's probably fine for those. Maybe, yeah, that's probably fine for those. Let's go for darker.
Darkest night.
For these, this dark, yeah, that can just be replaced by that dark purple. No, it can't be that purple yet. What we can do though is kind of give the feeling like it's already kind of fading into that dark purple. Not sure if this is gonna work out as I planned, but we can give it an old college try, as they say. And by they, I mean that guy on The Simpsons, that one episode. Okay. Do something like that. That kind of works. But I was thinking that actually I had something that looked not bad. I don't remember what I had though. It was either this or it was. Yeah, I think it was that. I think it was this. It wasn't this. Whatever. This is actually looking not bad. See, this would probably be more of a purplish. Just like that. Like this. Silent clicking. This should be darker. Which means this should be darker here. To properly lead up to this. Oh, that's something I didn't quite factor in, is that Alright, well, I didn't quite factor in the idea that basically the closer you get to the later it gets, the larger and longer the shadows would become. So it would be more like this, I think. Like it should really be like strong shadows. Okay, so once the water, now that we're getting pretty strongly into this water area, it wouldn't be blue because it reflects the color of the sky, so it should be more red. Blue to be a more purple. Let's get some. This would be darker. Not that dark if you can help it. That should make this part stand out a little bit. This is like this is like the hardest. I don't know. This feels like it might be one of the hardest things I've drawn. So far, at least. I guess that's natural, but still, it's so much to just like do. That's way better. But wait, it might be better to replace this with yeah, I don't really have any non-desaturated purples. This would be the... Yeah, I don't want to add a color to the palette, although it would probably be better to design a palette specifically for this. Oh snap, hold on. You might be onto something. So close. So close to what I need it to be. Okay, the problems currently is that this looks like a puddle of lava. But overall, it's pretty strong. I think that like it lacks contrast until if I keep it with these colors. Like I like how it bends toward purple, but it doesn't really work from the perspective of kind of showing everything that it's supposed to be. I don't know if I'm making sense, but like basically it's lacking contrast if I do that. It feels more like maybe I can do that as a happy middle ground. Because this feels more like kind of just daytime. This feels more like you would expect. That might be what I end up doing. It's just this. Oh man, that's what I've been missing. I just realized. I'm missing branches and stuff that obscure vision. I don't know if I can really do it. Oh shoot, I don't know if I can really do it. I'm gonna have to not do it. You can just keep cracking away at it. I'll probably get it. Well, I hope so. I feel like that would really kind of make it cool. That just looks like trash in the foreground. It doesn't really look like organic materials. Shoot. I mean, look, now that I see that it's not there, it's so lacking. That's the thing. All right. Well, let me come back to that later. Let me focus on this right now. Actually, yeah, maybe I'll... I guess I'm gonna leave this alone if I do something like that to imply the shade a little bit more. Somewhere along the way, it kind of fell apart. It was like really looking pretty good, and then it just kind of like. Well, let me not give up on it yet. Let me keep going. Okay, I think. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Let's keep going with the clouds. So the clouds at this stage, whoops. Let's see what they should be colored. So the clouds that are lower should be brighter. I'm sorry, the clouds that are lower should be darker, and the clouds that are higher up should be brighter. I think. They're white, so they'll reflect pretty much any color that hits it, maybe something like that. Lottie says, "Yo, so." How's it going? How's it going, Lottie?
Still we are waiting to touch the sources our life prays. Hope keeps on fading.
Lottie asked, "What did you do? What did I do with his dollar?" I don't remember. I know that you gave me a dollar. You donated on stream $1, which I thank you for. I don't quite remember what I did with it. I guess I still have it. If I don't remember, I haven't used it, so I guess I must still have it. In a sense. Oh, that blob does not look good. let's see. Okay, so somewhere along the line, I lost track of how to color these clouds. They look kind of flat, right? So let me see. Let me go back. Because the idea that I had was basically that they're sitting on a grid. Let's see. The idea I had was that they were sitting on a grid. So if that's the case, the ones at the top of the screen should be closer to the player, to the viewer. So then the clouds further back should be next to, they shouldn't really get too much lighting at all, if any. Something like this. That's better, I think. Alright. So now let's light this one. It's gonna be orange. Shoot. Oh man, I'm just so tired. I'm just so tired. I'm tired of drawing and coloring and thinking. I can't give up though. Not yet. It's not done yet. Okay. So the clouds, whoops, aren't quite shaping up. But they're also just kind of blobby in general. Maybe I need to redraw them. Maybe I just need to redraw. Let's save these. And try this again. Wait, where's the... Yeah, okay, that's the horizon. Okay. Let's draw them. This is the grid. I'm not going to draw on the grid, I'm going to draw over the grid. So this area is close to the player, this area is far. That's probably part of the reason why I kind of messed up before, now that I think about it. Because basically, like, the distance gets cut as it goes on, as it goes further down. Something like this. I can't really do it that effectively, but this is the idea. Right. So with that in mind, it should be easier now. Because this basically... Let's rename this grid. Okay, so this is the old clouds. And this is the perspective of the new clouds. That looks better, I think. It's still blobby, but that's just because I'm drawing it blobbily. Blobbily. Alright, so now let's see. If it's coming over, well, yeah, like if it's coming over the screen, like if it's coming over the sun, then you won't have streaks like that. That would be on the other side. Alright, so this wouldn't be white basically under any means. It would be orange at best. And then it would kind of get darker. And then you got dark red we'll use. Yeah, okay. Okay, so then this kind of come around like that. It's 3D, not 2D. There we go.
The darkest night, these hopeless days, still we are waiting.
Do something with this blank space.
The sources all life praise, hope keeps on fading. As dawn draws near, igniting me, fire consuming. They try to break the light we bring, but still we
Okay. Now let's finish up with the dark. Yeah, nice dark contrast. Well, I'm more or less done. I mean, I could keep just working on it, but at a certain stage, it's just got to be like, I'm done. And I think I'm reaching, if not reached that stage, if I haven't reached that stage yet. It's pretty good. it's already pretty good. There's just a few things here and there that I could go back and do. And it's just like, why? Let's see, maybe... Let's leave that for that. Use this and this. Use this.
To touch the sources all life prays, hope keeps on fading.
Now the only shoddy part is the tint itself. Like that's the only part that's just kind of like it's in need of some TLC.
Darkest night, these hopeless days, still we are waiting to touch the sources our life prays. Hope keeps on fading. As dawn draws near, igniting me, fire consuming. They try to break the light we claim, but still we are moving. Killing our time, spending our lives fighting alone. Faith filling our souls, willing us silence, darkness around us.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done. That's it. I can't do this anymore. I'm satisfied with this outro. Wait. Yeah, that's basically as good as I think I'm gonna get it. More or less. I mean, yeah, it's just there's no need to keep going at this stage. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. I've been SolarLoon. I'm gonna post this to my Twitter and tag Pixel Art Dailies. And yeah, thank you very much. It's been real as usual. And yeah, actually, now that I think about it, let's do this. Yeah, that's good. Let's do that. All right, yeah. Thank you very much for watching. I've been SolarLoon, and it's been a fun thing to draw. Good lord, it took a lot of time, but I'm pretty satisfied with how it all turned out. It's not bad. There's still some stuff that I could improve on, like I said, but it's just at a certain point you just gotta say, you know what, that's basically as good as I'm gonna get it. Like there's just no, I'm only one man drawing this out of fun. There's no need to treat this like I'm making money off of it, where it has to be absolutely perfect. And yet I continue to fiddle. Alright, I'm done. That's good. Thank you very much for watching. I've been SolarLoon, and this has been a Let's Pixel Art stream. It's been fun. Alright. Thank you very much for watching. See ya.